What's up YouTube? I'm Joe. You're watching my channel Ink&Iron. Back today with the first impressions of the Oknife Aion. This is an O-stop held design, and if it looks familiar, it has been on the channel before, albeit in a different form. So I did a review of this for Kickstarter. This is the OG Aion up top. Aluminum handle, Nitro V steel. So now we're looking at a new variant that's just come out for Black Friday season. That's between November 12th and December 1st. You can follow the links in my description to purchase these, and at no additional charge to you. It will help the channel. So I'm editing this video on November 12th before I upload, and I just learned that this knife, the Micarta N14C28N version of Oknife's Aion, is going to MSRP for $70 USD, and with 20% off that brings the price to $56, which is crazy actually. This would actually make a pretty good gift if you have a knife collector in your life and you need a gift for them for the holidays. So yeah, 70 bucks full retail price. I think $56 for Black Friday. So yeah, link in description. Obviously, make sure that I'm correct about that, but it's looking like there's a very good deal on this right now. But only if you're interested, so stick around, watch the video, and I'll tell you more about this blade. So this one is going to be 14C28N, long, thin blade profile with this like green burlap micarta that feels fantastic, has a higher traction to it than the original anodized aluminum. You do have a stone-washed finished blade and just a super dialed in flipper design. I'm going to pull back a little bit so we can see this better. Let's move the OG up top here. Okay, so you can see it in all of its glorious length. So this is quite a long blade. Your overall length is 8.19 inches or 207.9 millimeters. The closed length is 4.65 inches or 118.2 millimeters. Blade length 3.53. You could measure it a little bit further if you go, if you consider this part of the blade, it gets really long. Depends on your jurisdiction. Please know your local knife laws. Like for instance, I cannot carry this concealed in Colorado. That would be illegal. It is technically not of legal length for my jurisdiction. 3.53 inches. Blade length is 89.7 millimeters. The blade thickness 0.12 inches at thickest, which is 3 millimeters. Blade hardness is 59 HRC plus or minus 2. The overall weight is 3.32 ounces or 94 grams. It doesn't feel that heavy because the weight is distributed. The handle and the clip position can be swapped around for left-hand carry. Just this simple notch in the back with I believe a hex head screw. Nope, sorry, Torx head screw. You can flip your handle around and then operate with the left hand. The flipper is super dialed in. I'm not sure what it is about the relationship between a flipper and the pivot and like the blade, but this knife absolutely nails it. I don't think I've failed it one time, and even when I'm lazy as heck, it wants to fly out. So yeah, it's been very satisfying to use. I've definitely been carrying it. The detent on this new one is actually more dialed in than my OG Kickstarter one over here. And that's just luck of the draw. These are both perfectly functional. And honestly, this flips well when it's at its best. So yeah, as you can see, a little bit of an aesthetic comparison here. I like the new direction we're going here. I enjoy the texture on this burlap micarta. I think it highlights the sort of sculptural lines of the handle in an interesting way. The aluminum kind of plays with shadows to show you the milled shape there, but the micarta, it kind of gets these weird fades and light spots and dark spots in it so it kind of accentuates the shape in a different manner. Also, you're seeing that right, the nearly closed gap on the back of the blade. I sort of think of these blades as having like a butt crack, for lack of a term that I prefer to that. So it is a liner lock knife, so if you're lefty, you will have to, simply pull the liner out of the way in order to disengage. Not much of a big deal. I am predominantly right-handed, but you can see me operating on my left with no issue. Almost forgot to mention the reversible pocket clip is deep carry, and they do recess the screws on there, so they're not going to interrupt as you're sliding this in and out of a pocket or a pouch or however you choose to carry this thing. This blade is made in China for those of you who are going to ask, and you can currently get this for 20% off, given that it's a holiday and a new knife release. Use the link in my description to get 20% off this knife. I am not totally sure what the MSRP on this is going to be. I know that this original version is $120, so I'm assuming this is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of that. Maybe slightly less because you don't have the machined aluminum handle scales. So just keep an eye out. If you're curious, you can use the link in my description. Check out the pricing. You do not have to buy any of this if you don't want. Spend your money how you want, please. Oh, and I don't want to forget the nice little jimping details on the flipper tab, as well as on the spine of the blade here. Very nice, grippy without being obtrusive, really nails it. And then the super fine tip. In my original video, I cut some like rubber off of plywood, and this blade shape is identical, so I know it would perform basically the same. 14C28N is one of my preferred affordable steels, let's put it that way. Would I take this in Magna Cut? Absolutely. Do I like 14C28N on this blade? Yeah, I do. Sharpens easily, takes a keen edge, has decent stain resistance. So overall, this is a really cool blade for me. I've been carrying it a lot, and I'm looking forward to the aging that's going to occur, the patina that's going to develop on the micarta scales. I think that's another added sort of feature to doing the knife in this configuration. Oh, also we can see nested liners in here. So they didn't skimp on machining, but the micarta should be a little bit easier to machine than the aluminum. So hopefully the price is a little bit lower on this guy. All right, I think that's all I've got to say for today. I've been Joe, you've been watching Ink&Iron. If you like this kind of thing, want to see more, like, sub, do the things, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.